And all eyes on Edo election. I want to start with you because that's your state, Venerable. Can you take us through what's happening? Because earlier when you were talking, you were lamenting about what's happening in your state, insecurity. So can you tell us how prepared is Edo State for this election? It's just like 7 days from now.
Yes, Edo State election will happen in 7 days' time, no doubt. But my own concern is that people should not kill themselves because of election, because you want to elect any person. Now, I will be struggling to talk. The reason being that I'm one of those people who advocated for fairness and equity in Edo State and said, I remember in this studio, I said any political party that is ready to win election in this election that is coming should look at the direction of Edo Central. And because Edo South have been producing governorship candidate, and when they finish, it passes over Edo Central to Edo North. When they finish from Edo North to Shomolese, it goes back to Edo South. So the Central has been abandoned for a very long time. And there was a particular governor that was there for 8 years and didn't do anything in Edo Central, and he made it public that they didn't vote for him. So because of that, he abandoned the area. So I thank God for APC. I thank God for PDP. These are the two most prominent parties, including Labour. But I'm thanking God for APC and PDP for deeming it right to pick their candidate from Edo Central.
Okay.
And that's why I say I'm struggling to talk. I'm from Edo Central.
Okay.
These two men, Senator Mondo Okpebul of APC, Ason Igodaro of PDP, are all from Edo Central. So 2 of them are my brothers.
Okay.
But I'm not happy with what I'm seeing happening between APC and the PDP in Edo State. As a priest, I'm not happy. I forwarded some pictures. People with bleeding nose, with a broken head, with a blood soak. We have not yet gotten to election day. Thank God Monde Okpebolo is still alive today. Otherwise, his life would have been taken by that attack at the airport when he was with the former deputy governor that was impeached and later reinstated. Only God spared their life. Do we need that for Edo? Do we need that? Are we not brothers? After this election, are we not going to continue as brothers and say, that is my concern? Why are people fighting? Why are they killing themselves? Now, let me take it. If PDP have been in power, now, if PDP have done well, do you need to fight? Let the people judge with their ballot. If you believe, PDP believe they have served Edo well for this period of 8 years, let them calm down, let the people vote, and let the people judge. Now, on the part of APC, must we take power by force? No. So but I don't understand why they should be fighting as brothers and sisters, calling themselves name. Look at the different names they have been. Some people are calling some people Bioma Taylor. Some are calling some people mechanics. Some are calling some people Barren. All sorts of things are happening there in Edo in the name of governorship election. If these people have interest of the people of Edo in their heart, they should not be fighting. Because I don't need to fight and kill myself to come and serve the people. I will prefer that Edo people come and carry me, they'll come and appeal to the prime minister to say, that our man in Abuja, we want him to come and serve us because we have been watching him from a distance. That is what should be. So what I want to say is that after next Saturday, life will still continue. We are still going to continue as brothers and sisters. There's no need for killing ourselves the way all of them are beating the drum of war.
Yeah, talking of
In
war,
Edo State.
talking of war,
They are already drumming.
Obaseki turns down peace accord. The PDP did not sign it. The peace accord deal, ahead of the election, and he has said the Inspector General of Police has declared war. So
Now,
is that part of the drums you're talking about?
See, the beating of the drum of war started long ago. It's not just starting this week.
Okay.
And I had thought that if what happened yesterday would it have happened if the peace committee had moved in good time. The peace committee are only coming in to sign the accord as a ceremony a week to the election as it has been happening. This morning I was inside my car listening to people commenting on PDP backing out of this peace accord. Almost all of them were unanimous in the fact that the peace accord being signed and not being used for anything. It has become election ceremony that is taking place during election, and people will do one thing or the other. They are not apprehended, they are not cautioned. The peace accord that is signed, no one uses it to bring any person to book. A peace accord was signed in the last election, and many people committed election violence and offenses. None of them was arrested. So that is why many people are saying what PDP did under the circumstance on ground is right. But for me, if I were there, I would sit appeal to the governor, appeal to PDP member to say, no matter what is happening, sign the peace accord, use it as a leverage to negotiate for the release of the people they say are detained. Then on the other hand, why are people detained? Have we really investigated to know why people are being detained?
Okay.
If somebody breaks somebody's head with bottle in the name of election and is picked up, for me, I cannot say why he's picked up. He should be picked up because that was not supposed to be done. If people kill policemen in an attempt to assassinate a candidate and they are arrested or detained, I cannot blame police for arresting such people and detaining them.
As long as they are arresting the right people.
As far as they are arresting the right people. Then I want to appeal to the police that the police must be neutral in this matter. The police must be neutral. If you arrest the wrong person, if you detain people unduly, you are only inflaming the fire that is going to burn on election day. And it will be too much to contend with. We cannot afford to throw Edo State into confusion when there is already confusion everywhere. Police are already overwhelmed. The security agencies, they are already overwhelmed with what is going on. We cannot allow election in Edo State to further complicate the problem that is already on ground in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. That was really very in-depth. Who are the Edo people out there? Please feel free to call in. We want to know your thoughts regarding the election. It's a decision you have to make. Come 21st of September, you have to make that decision using your vote. So please feel free to call in. We want to know what your thoughts are. The number to call in, like I've always said, is showing on your screen. And if you can't call in, send us your comments. We'll definitely read them out here for others to hear.
No one should be intimidated.
Of course.
Go out there and exercise your franchise. Coming Saturday, go out and exercise your franchise. Don't allow somebody to intimidate. It's about your life. It's about your future. It's about your tomorrow. And for those who will mistakenly collect money, if you collect 5,000 and vote the wrong person, I pity you. Because in the next 4 years, you are going to be lamenting. 5,000, a rapper cannot solve your problem for the next 1 month. So be wise. Edo people, be wise. Look at the candidates, look at the party, look at the antecedents, and do the right thing. That is what my appeal to my people. I expect that next Saturday election should be peaceful. I expect the police to do the right thing. I expect the police to do the right thing.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, because it's painful what I am seeing, that we have not gotten to election day. People are already bleeding in their nose, on their head, and people are on drip in hospital. What for?
Okay. The passion with which you've just spoken is really contagious. I feel that. Let me come to you, comrade. It's been on the news. Some people are saying they don't believe in INEC to conduct a free and fair election in Edo State. I want to know your take on that. That's one. Then secondly, looking at the whole scenario, the whole drama happening in Edo State, do you think the APC has all it takes to win the elections there? These two questions.
Thank you very much, presenter. First, when you are talking about APC, I think I'm going to address that matter after I've finished a few other ones that I'm about to speak of. What is happening in Edo State, apart from our priest here who is from Edo State, is something that concerns all Nigerians, every lover of peace, because a situation where a democracy that we are trying to nurture, we are trying to work on in order for it to be mature, is now being truncated, is now being damaged by some leaders. Is something that calls
it's painful.
For absolute concern. It's something that calls for thinking, critical thinking. Now, if you must ask me about the Edo State election, and you must also seek my advice, I will call on Edo people, most especially the common ones, to be very careful, because a situation whereby during the I think campaigns are still ongoing, the wordings, the statements that are being used at the campaigns ground,
so inflammatory,
so derogatory. It is a kind of a war relating statement, that there will be war. Even the person at the center, somebody that the people gave him mandate, a leader that the people is looking up to, is also making the same statement. Now, so I want to call on the people that, look, if you are going out for the election, your primary responsibility is to go and cast your vote and return back to your house. Do not, even if you want to stay and protect your vote, do not allow anybody to coerce you, don't allow yourself to be used for anything that at the end of the day you will lose your life, because you have a very bright future tomorrow. Now, how much are you going to get for those who are sharing money, or for some political parties who are sharing money? How much will it be given to you that will worth your life, if your life is to be in danger? In addition to that, you can look at the peace accord that was signed, whether it is ceremonial or it is not. What is important is that the peace accord, the committee or the leadership championing the peace accord, the likes of Abdul Salami, Abubakar, and also Father Koka Matthew, they were there in Edo State. And the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Kayode Ekpetukun, he was also there. But the PDP refused to sign peace accord, including the governor of the state. What are you then showing to the people? What are you telling the people? He said because people were arrested. The local government chairman is in Abuja. He made a statement. Something happened and he told the police. The police invited him. Having arrived at Abuja, he was detained. Is that enough reason for a peace accord not to be signed? You as the number one person in the state, as the state governor, are you then inviting that are you then giving? Of course, it's crystal clear that is now giving an express opportunity, the invitation of war to the state. He said, look, because when you are not signing the peace accord, the people that are looking up to you, what do you think they are going to do? Okay, and in addition to that, in addition to that, there have been so many statements, lyrical statements that they will not be in Nigeria, if anything, on the election day, if the election doesn't favor this party. But what is important is that even if any other person was to jettison the peace accord, he wouldn't have been the state governor. He would have encouraged his party. He would have encouraged his candidate, the Aswe Halo, to go and sign that peace accord to show that, look, you have signed, you have accepted that there should be a peaceful exercise in your state and no life should go. In addition to that, if there is any other thing that you have realized that the police is compromised, I'm not supporting, the police is not supposed to take part in electioneering processes. The police supposed to be, in fact they do not, they're supposed to be totally neutral. They're supposed to be very fair in their treatment. They don't supposed to be an interest party in an exercise, most especially the election, because that is not their responsibility. But you as the governor, you have the legal team in the state. Now if you have realized that, look, the police are compromised, they are not doing it, and you have the fact, because you cannot just make accusation when you don't have the evidence. You must have the evidence and you must have the fact. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Then from there you can go to, we have an institution. If you are calling the police to order and the police obstinately refuse to hearken to the order that you've called them to, then we have the court, we have the judiciary. You can go and institutionalize, you can go and bring up a matter that, look, so person has been detained. In addition to that, why is this person detained? What did this person do? Just the person has not done anything. He came to Abuja to report a matter and the police detained him. You know, it's a kind of question that is a kind of statement that.
Okay, so let me now ask you this first. Like what Venerable rightly pointed out that he had over the radio, the people that called in, the peace accord is just a paperwork. People don't believe it works, because if it truly works, we wouldn't have had what we had during the elections. That's one. Then secondly, some will argue with you that you said we have institutions, we have judiciary, we have whatever. Some will argue with you that why Nigerians are being told go to court is because when you go there, justice is not served. We've seen that happen time and time again. Some will argue with you that that is why these people are not going there. Now, thirdly, I now want to also point out that you talked about the Nigerian police not actually being supposed to, spearhead these elections. They're supposed to be neutral, which I agree with you. But then, why do we have about 35,000 of Nigerian police deployed to Edo State for this election? Does it mean the Inspector General of Police doesn't really understand that Nigerian police are meant to be neutral, or are we truly looking at a war busting out in Edo State? That's why 35,000 policemen are being deployed there.
Now let me quickly tell you that, just like I have told you, the action of Your Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki, for me, I don't think is proper. Because he is the one that's supposed to show good example for other good and peace-loving people of Edo State to emulate by being at the peace accord venue and also encouraging his party and candidate. Also, let me come. The issue of talking about that when somebody goes to court, or if a political party or an individual approaches the court, the justice is not served. I believe that it is one of the statements that should not be at the back of our minds again. Now, the issue of it is, you cannot expect the judiciary to give justice to both parties. It is the work of the judiciary, haven't examined, overhaul the situation, a conflicting situation, and then arrive at the decision. And if you think the decision that they have arrived at, we have had so many cases that justice in a common Nigerian can say truly there is a justice in this situation.
How many?
Now I can mention all of them. I can,
over 200
no, I can mention them to you. Now let me come. And let me also come. Now, if you think that this other court, that's why we have so many courts, you are not satisfied with the decision of this court, you can approach another court if you think that there was no justice. But also let me draw your attention to one thing. If you are talking about, I believe that why the People Democratic Party, PDP is jittery over this election is as a result of the fact that, for me, that the people of Edo State have unanimously and ubiquitously rejected them.
Does that mean you're answering my second question? Meaning, are you seeing a victory for APC?
Yes, I do so.
You are seeing
I
a
do
victory.
so because
Okay.
because the people of the APC and its candidate, Senator Monde Okpelu, has demonstrated that, look, he is not just desperate to capture power, but is committed to the peace, tranquility, and equanimity of the people of Edo State, and also he's also looking forward to the protection of life. In fact, as a matter of fact, he needs Edo people to live.
Okay, so
even after the election.
Comrade, as a law student,
okay,
as a law student, I want to ask you as an ordinary Nigerian right now, if you don't believe in a process, if you don't, okay, sorry, before I ask, I just told we have a caller. Good morning, Mr. Felix. Thank you for calling all the way from Gabon. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Felix from Gabon. Thank you. Yes, I want to comment about Edo State governor election coming soon.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. This peace accord signed yesterday. That should be. I'm sorry to use this word. That is a very rubbish something. Look at what happened in 2023 election. They signed a peace accord, no? All of them that come out yesterday to brought this book to sign peace accord. What did they do? What did they do on 2023 election? The idea they have seen everything that happened in 2023 election. All of them there, they didn't say anything. They have to carry even this Yakubu, this Yakubu. He's the one that put us in this problem today. We have all these people we are passing through today. He's there yesterday talking about the peace accord. Rubbish. I support the Edo State governor. I support as he didn't sign that election. That yesterday. I support him because this peace accord is a very rubbish something. They will come out and talk, come and sign peace accord. Later on, they will not come out and address the issues that will come out in the election. They will see how people were killed, how people were injured. They will not come out and say anything. In the election time, they will come out and say, come and sign the peace accord. That is, look at the APC today. Look at where we are today. I see, look at how people are suffering from everywhere. Every people they want to finish all this country. They have planned how to rig this election. That's why all these police people they are working with APC. My brother, I don't want to die for anything concerning Nigeria, but I want to have to comment this. We are having pains in this country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Felix, all the way from Gabon. We truly appreciate your call. You've always been a regular caller. Thank you. Okay, so I was asking you before his call came in, if you, as an individual, don't trust a process, would you support it? It's just a yes or a no.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna respond. I won't say yes or no. You should allow me. There's something I also want to ask you.
No, answer my question first. Then you can't ask me
if you must allow
question
me.
irresponsible.
Okay,
if you don't want to answer it, it's okay.
I want to answer your question, but before I answer your question, I just want to say something very infinitesimal.
Can you just answer my question first?
I am.
But you're also free to say you're not going to answer it.
Yes. If I do not trust the process,
I will not take part in it. Okay, so now can we now say that the reason why some Edo people are in support of Mr. Obaseki not signing the peace accord is because they don't trust the peace accord, they don't trust that process, and they cited examples of past elections making reference to the recent one, which was the presidential election, this last 2022 election that took place. You know, we saw ballot boxes snatched, we saw people intimidated in broad daylight, intimidated and being told, if you don't vote for so party, you will be flogged, you'll be do this, you will do that. People were intimidated in broad daylight, people were killed, people were disenfranchised in broad daylight, yet a peace accord was signed and nothing, just like Venerable said here, nothing was done to these offenders. Do you think that is a good reason for Mr. Obaseki to boycott that peace accord?
Okay, now let me tell you something. If we are having we have 3 children are in the house and the parents are also there, and the mother and the father are quarreling, then they were quarreling outside, by the time they come inside the house, the children were also there while they were there, and the father was supposed to tell the mother, you are very stupid, But the father realizes that if he should say so, the children might also tell their one another also that you are very stupid, and the father decides not to say so. And that is to say that the father has demonstrated an exemplary attitude for not allowing the children to emulate what they are supposed to, because he knows very well that if he should say so to the mother, the children are going to emulate. Now, what I'm trying to say, as a state governor that you are, the very first thing that's supposed to, in fact, the primary responsibility is supposed to be the lives of your people. Even if the peace accord is ceremonial, it is not, it does not have effects as some persons are saying. But you're supposed to demonstrate that you are a lover of peace and you wish your people, I am not being sentimental over this, you are a lover of peace and you wish your people to live. And even after the election, during the and after the election, you don't want any life to go. That is what the Governor Godwin Obaseki is supposed to do first, before even talking about whether the process is fair, whether the process and the rest. For you to demonstrate, because everybody is talking about him, even if other political parties that didn't take part in the signing of peace accord, nobody talks about, but because he's the first among the equal in the state, now everybody is talking about. So he is the one that's supposed to demonstrate. Okay, I want to ask you a question. If after signing the peace accord, you have demonstrated that yes, you seek peace in your state, because he's even the chief security officer of the state. Now you know that the police are compromised, you know that other persons are compromised, you know that they will be, as alleged, that they will be federal might. Then we begin to tackle that one after the other. You begin to raise you begin to make allegations as concerning to that, if you have the facts. But for you to, no, I'm coming, for you to say no, you are not going to take part in it, it simply means that it is an express invitation of war in the state. So that is why I am telling you that you've made your point, sir. You've made your point, sir.
Like I said, we're time bound. Sorry, I have a comment from a viewer here. He said, this young man that is speaking, is he not a Nigerian? Can he swear that the judiciary is working? I am supporting government of Edo State for not signing the peace accord, because the peace accord is not working too. Okay, thank you very much, that viewer, for sending in your comments. We truly appreciate that. Now we really, no,